Pastor
Let's talk about
Jamal
sex,
Bryant, thank you for
baby.
your time. Jamal Bryant is senior pastor at New Birth Missionary Baptist Church near Atlanta and the chief organizer behind this fast. A note, we did reach out to Target for a response. They did not have anything new to share about the story.
This week marks 5 years since the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 a global pandemic. There was uncertainty, fear, and grief, but also occasionally there were small, unexpected moments. We've been sharing some of those moments this week. Next up is Angelina Goldwell of Lacey, Washington. In 2020, she and her spouse have been looking for safe ways to get their toddler Percy out of the house.
You know, every time you're taking a little kid out, there was a risk, right? It's hard to go to the playground because you want them to play with other kids, but you don't want them to play with other kids right now. And so we were really looking for ways to be outside of the house, but still feel safe. We live somewhat close to train tracks, so we can hear the big freight horns go by. We decided to take a look and see if our local train station had, maybe we could just go watch them. And Percy just loved it. He would just sit on my spouse's shoulders and make those like noises because he was so excited.
Are you closer?
We got really familiar with the
You ever jump on a train at the soup town?
No,
I thought about it though. Not that counts, but
it was really helpful when everything else was chaotic. Because we had been coming so much, the conductors would wave to Percy from the window as they were departing or as they were coming in. One day, one of them had some small item in his hand that we couldn't see, and he took it and tossed it over the fence, and we got it, and it was a little Amtrak pin that said junior conductor on it.
yeah, Blaine, my brother,
Yeah.
and Mike White used to work together at Burlington Northern.
Yeah.
The railroad train.
Yeah.
To have it
My
not just
brother
we were
got
seeing
caught
them, but they were
fucking
seeing
like huffing gas or some shit.
Trains and train watching became such a significant part of
Mike
who
fucking
we are that I don't know.
fucked up something
I don't
like
know if that's
he
ever
was
gonna
smoking that bizarro shit.
That was Angelina
fake weed.
Goldwell of Lacey,
And
Washington.
he fucked up
who
some
says her
shit
son
somewhere
Percy
along the
now
line.
dreams of
I
becoming a
gathered.
train conductor.
He didn't
when
admit it,
grows
but
up.
you know what I mean? Just from the details and the stories of what he told me, I gathered that much. You know what I mean? It's like, you ain't no better than Blaine, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because he was like, yeah, Blaine fucking you know what I mean, talking shit. So it was like when he was trying to tell me this story, I'm like, dude, you ain't no better than Blaine, motherfucker. Like, you guys both got caught fucking doing fucking cams.
You're lucky you didn't get ran over by a train.
Right? Yeah, it was funny. Is it true, alright?
I have dated a girl in Soup Town. Last time I went to school there. Her dad worked for that same railroad company his whole life.
This is WPR News.
And he's told me like a couple times people were being dumb and they got fucking crushed, killed, you know, in between like trains and shit.
More information, including application and
there was just a chick who was a bartender at the Shack Supper Club. There in Billings Park.
About what's happening to this economy.
As far as everybody knew in her circle of friends and family, that she was on any type of
Marketplace is
drugs or
supported
anything
by
like that, or
Bitwarden
drank
Password
too much,
Manager.
or you know what I
Filing
mean?
taxes
Yeah.
means managing
And
multiple
got hit
accounts and
by a
securely
fucking
sharing
train,
sensitive information
like
across
in the middle of the night
devices.
after closing the
Bitwarden
bar.
is designed to allow
Ugh.
At a
users to
liquor
stay
store.
safe and organized this
Damn.
tax season.
Souptown?
Bitwarden.com.
Damn.
And
Yeah,
by
she's only
Solidigm. Today's AI
on
ambitions
stage
require a
22.
different approach to storage. Solidigm offers solid-state storage solutions optimized for AI with higher capacities, greater speed, and
I
So
jumped
it's
on a
like-
train once, and
storage for AI.com.
it wouldn't be hard to do if
And
you
by Drexel
to
University
get killed by a
and
train.
R1 Research
I jumped on one by
Institution,
Mariner
according to
Mall,
the Carnegie classification,
and I hit my
affirming
fucking
Drexel's
head on this
dedication
fucking
to
thing. When I got
experiences
up
that
onto it, it was kind of
positively
slowly
impact
moving by.
society. More at
Oh my
Drexel.edu.
god.
I almost knocked myself out, but I easily
In Los Angeles,
could have
the
like
sky
knocked
was
myself out
Thursday,
and
today,
like
the
fell
13th
down
of
and
March.
got
Good as always.
fucking ran
Happy
over.
along, everybody.
Blaine's
You are
been
familiar
found
with
on
major stock
railroad
indexes,
tracks,
yes?
all
The
fucked
Dow,
up
the
and
Nasdaq,
corned up.
and the S&P. About
Shut
which
up.
And in the
by
paw,
way, can we
just all
just
fucked up,
not?
laying on the tracks.
We though are going to talk about
You
a
know,
different
like,
index.
and people
The way
find
it
them.
started today,
There's a lot of
less
trains up there.
familiar perhaps, but no less
Kinda,
important.
I
It's
know,
the
I've
U.S.
been on a couple
dollar index, just
Like
like it sounds,
passenger
a
trains.
gauge of
Yeah.
the greenback
You take a
against
train
the other
up there?
major currencies. And we are talking about
I
it.
don't know about
Mm.
staying up
Down
there,
more
but
than
I know
five
it's
and
Well,
a
where
half
would it
trains
come
from
from?
like
more than
the paw.
2-year high on Inauguration Day, falling really sharply
But you'd think
just the
they're
past
like
couple of weeks. We should mention
tracks
here that
lead elsewhere, don't
leading
they?
up to the
Yeah.
election in November, and
Like you
until
could
mid-January,
like jump on one from
the
like
dollar
St.
was on a
Paul,
roll. The U.S.
maybe go up
economy was the
Probably.
strongest in the world. Markets
Amtrak. Is it
the
Amtrak?
Federal Reserve was going to cut
I have
interest
no
rates some
idea.
more before too long, and the tax cuts and other fiscal stimuli were coming. Things are, as you know, different now, and that's playing out in the foreign exchange markets. Marketplace's Mitchell Hartman gets us going.
Textbook economics will tell you that significant sustained shifts in a currency's value can indicate a country's economic strength or weakness. And, says Jonas Golterman at Capital Economics, the recent rise in the euro versus the US dollar.
That's a pretty sizable move. The euro is about 6% up against the dollar, and the move last week in the euro was one of the biggest over the past 3-4 decades.
It's a significant reversal in economic fortunes, says political economist Sharon O'Halloran at Trinity College, Dublin.
Last year, the U.S. was doing well, while Europe was very sluggish.
Now, Germany's new government has pledged to boost spending on infrastructure and defense, which will juice the continent, says Jonas Golterman.
In Europe, there's a newfound optimism.
I love
the sense that
Indian
maybe we
pumpkin
hit rock
seeds.
bottom and that now things can change for the better on the economic front.
While
2 for
in
$1.
the U.S., amid growing uncertainty about tariffs, inflation, interest rates, taxes, and
I've
federal
baked pumpkin
spending,
before
the stock
at like
market has fallen
Thanksgiving
sharply.
feast.
There's a question around big US tech firms. Are they
Me too.
going to be able to hang on to
I've
their
also like roasted
exceptionalism,
my own pumpkin
causing people
seeds
in
after
Europe
cleaning
and
out
the
like
rest of the
heck
world
one.
Yeah, I've done
to
it like,
consider
yeah.
whether they want to put so
Like a
many eggs
pumpkin.
into the US basket.
Now,
Halloween,
keep
like
in mind,
thing.
heightened global economic uncertainty typically
Those
boosts
are awesome.
the dollar, but Golterman says these are not typical times.
We often say the dollar is a safe haven, but with the uncertainties emanating from the US, it tends to be less true.
Bottom line, says Joseph Gagnon at the Peterson Institute for International Economics,
there is so much uncertainty, and the tariffs are so destructive. They're causing people to put spending, especially big business investment plans, on hold. And that raises
I wanna
the
get a
risk of
t-shirt
recession, scares
that
the
says
markets,
this.
and would
What's
also
that sheep
call
on
for
there?
Fed cuts and a weaker economy.
and he says drive
That would be
down
cool.
the dollar. I'm Mitchell Hartman for Marketplace.
Or get the tattoo.
Speaking of
If I was gonna
scaring
get a tattoo,
markets, one
it would be it.
dismantles an economy
Right
at
across my back,
one's
my
peril.
whole back.
We'll have the details when we do the numbers.
I'm gonna
We
have
kinda
a
got lost in
good
the
time
fire
tonight.
hose of news about this economy the past
All right.
couple of weeks, but the Bureau of Economic Analysis told us the other day
Hey,
that U.S. imports rose 10% in January, which in turn drove the biggest surge in the trade deficit in a decade. Importers brought in a whole lot of electronics and pharmaceutical products and a bunch of other goods that are exposed to the Trump administration's new tariffs. And while it kind of goes
We're
without
gonna
saying,
have
because
a
we've already said
good
it
time
a
tonight.
lot, there are still plenty of questions around which countries and which products are going to be affected. One thing, though, is for certain: the trade barriers that the White House is building around this economy are going to end up affecting one of the key ways that we measure this economy's gross domestic product.
That was one
Justin Ho.
cool cat.
First, quick refresher. Gross domestic product measures the country's production, and it's the sum of consumer spending, which accounts for about 2/3 of it, plus business investment, plus government spending, plus the balance of trade, also known as net exports.
I love that show, man. I used to watch that thing all the time.
Megan Schoenberger is senior economist with KPMG Economics.
So imports tend to
Isn't it
count
called Good
against the
Times?
GDP calculation. Exports count towards the GDP
With Janet
calculation.
Jackson.
The reason imports are subtracted
What?
from GDP
Janet
is because
Jackson,
an imported
she's a
t-shirt,
little
for
girl.
instance,
She
isn't
was in
something
there?
an American
Yeah,
company
you didn't
made.
know that?
It's not our domestic product.
Yeah,
So
she was the
Schoenberger
little
says all
girl.
those imports in January
Okay,
will
next
have
time
a
we watch
negative
it, you'll see
impact
it
on
now.
GDP.
I must have watched some old reels.
None of the other categories
I'm looking up.
of
It's
GDP
gotta
are
be on
expected
YouTube.
to collapse
Yeah.
in the first quarter. We could
Yeah,
see a
you'll see.
very weak first quarter number due to the fact
There's some funny ass shit in that
The
show.
balance of trade lately
Oh my
has
God.
averaged around 4%.
And I was just,
the size
you
of
know,
the
I was
economy
probably
as a
like
whole. GDP growth has been averaging a little
18
over
years old when it
2.5%
first came
per
out.
year. Schoenberger says there are some big caveats to keep in mind with January's jump in imports. For one, that surge probably won't last.
It is probably likely that we're just going to see it for the first couple months in the year. Importers will stock up and then they may be in a wait and see mode.
The other caveat is that the surge of imported goods will have a positive effect on other parts of the GDP formula once those goods are sold. Take the example of imported computers and computer parts. Jason Miller is a professor of supply chain management at Michigan State University.
The number one sector right now, what I think of with investment booming, is construction of data centers and putting the equipment in needed to support that.
Miller says that boom led to a 55% increase in imports of computers between October and January.
Some of the computers are going to end up as capital investment in equipment. Others would end up in personal consumption.
Bottom line, that big surge of imports in January will drag down GDP, but it won't cause it to tank, says George Perk, microstrategist at Bespoke Investment Group.
Because we should see offsetting increases in investment and consumption under the hood over the course of the quarter and perhaps into next quarter or later this year.
Perk says a bigger concern is what could happen to GDP if the trade war continues or escalates. In that case, exports, which add to GDP, are likely to fall.
Because we're going to see countervailing duties applied by trading partners. It's already happened from China. It's already happened from Canada.
And if imports fall at the same time, Perk says there are plenty of domestic industries that would feel knock-on effects.
So, for instance, transportation of those goods, retailing of those goods, the services that those goods enable, those are all relatively high value-add activities. And if you don't have those imports and you haven't spun up domestic production to offset them, you're left sort of in the lurch.
In other words, slowing down trade slows down economic growth. I'm Justin Ho for Marketplace.
The reality that underlies this next item is that actual
If you want to get
physical retail is hard, and being really good at e-commerce does not make it any easier. The news here is that Amazon is consolidating its grocery business after a rough couple of years for its retail stores. There's going to be some synergy, I think, is the generic corporate speak, for what the company is going to do with its Amazon Go convenience stores and Amazon Fresh grocery stores. Having closed about half of those tech-centric convenience stores over the past couple of years and slowed expansion plans for its grocery stores. Interestingly, Amazon does still have more than 500 Whole Foods locations, the upscale chain that it bought in 2017. Marketplace's Megan McCarty-Carino has more now on why and how the e-commerce giant struggled to branch into brick and mortar.
Amazon, which is a marketplace underwriter,
Why did
launched
you do
its
that?
Go and Fresh store concept in 2020, and the focus was on high tech. Customers could walk in, pull products off the shelf, and walk out, their purchase tracked by a system of sensors.
It didn't go well.
Phil Lempert at Supermarket Guru says the novelty wasn't enough.
When people go shopping for food, it's what they want. They want food. They want to talk to,
Because if you want to get
Betty
your
the baker and Bob the butcher and Sal the seafood monger.
Amazon has mastered the technical side of retail, says Neil Saunders, a consultant at Global Data, optimizing supply chains and logistics for its online operations.
Well, you certainly need those skills, but you need softer skills as well. It's about the customer service, it's about the experience, about the ambiance, it's about
the
how
ambiance.
customers feel.
Last year, Amazon Amazon began revamping its grocery stores, adding everything from better
'Cause if you
lighting
wanna
and
get
more
your
colorful signage
It's a
to a
vibe.
selection of products with
Vibe
a
up
heavier
on me.
emphasis on fresh, prepared foods. The problem now, says PFRA analyst Arun
'Cause if you
Sundaram,
wanna get your
there just
vibe
aren't
up
enough of them.
on me.
I think to really be successful in
Vibe up
grocery,
on
you
me.
need to have a strong physical footprint as well as a strong online presence.
He points to Walmart, which has almost 5,000 locations. There are 15 Amazon Go convenience stores and 60
Damn.
Amazon grocery nationwide.
My guess is they're kind of keeping this warm as and when there might be a day where it makes more sense to go after it.
Dylan Carden, an analyst at William Blair,
Kim
says
Kardashian.
low-margin grocery stores might not be on the front burner for big capital investments
Kim
right
Kardashian
now.
just a lot of what?
Right?
Especially since
Take two.
AI
Kim
is
Kardashian
turning heads
just
in
lots a
tech.
lot of.
I'm Megan McCarty-Carino for Marketplace.
Take three.
You know,
I have to listen to it just for a minute. 'Cause if you wanna get your shit up on me.
Daniel Ackerman pitched the story in our meeting about restaurant worker productivity. I said, wait,
'Cause if you wanna vibe up on me, gonna vibe up on me. If you wanna get your vibe up on me, a shooby 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 dooby.
how does that even work in a
The
restaurant?
hell you listen to the vibe?
There are something like 5 million people in this economy who work in restaurants, and it turns out, and this is from a study out this week from the National Bureau of Economic Research, that those workers have gotten about
You wanna
15% more
vibe
productive since
up
the early stages
on
of the
me.
pandemic as measured
Put
by
your
the
vibe on me,
average
baby.
restaurant sales per employee, and it follows decades of basically stagnant productivity.
'Cause if you wanna vibe up on me, put your vibe up on me, baby. Baby, 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 baby. You're so vibey, baby.
Spots in Atlanta start serving smoked wings, and Atlanta's a big wings town, so our smoked wings really took off.
When the pandemic closed their dining room, Fox had to figure out how to keep those
I
wings
feel like I have a
fresh
pinch
all the way
in
to
my back.
customers' homes. You wrap them in foil, insulated
Or like
takeout
one of my
boxes.
kidneys is failing.
Two test orders
Oh yeah.
delivered to our house on the
Just kidding. I mean, it's one of
that it arrives in a quick manner.
And there were benefits for restaurants that figured this out because takeout hasn't gone away.
Americans have gotten used to doing takeout and delivery. We like it.
'Cause if you wanna get your vibe, baby, vibe up on now.
He says some restaurants have even retooled their staffing. Most extreme are so-called ghost kitchens,
where the
Let me
really
put
is
my
not
nuts
a
up
front of the
on
house,
your
right? It's
vibe.
really just an operation
Bob it
to
on my baby
cater
now.
to takeout and delivery.
For sit-down spots too, takeout allows the same number of staff to produce
Because
more
that's
meals.
what you like.
Says Robert Byrne,
That's what you
director
like.
of consumer research at Technomic.
Born to
That's
be
great
alive.
incremental business,
Without having to actually service them in your dining room. That's why the study said restaurants are more productive lately.
It's a complete shift in labor from
Complete.
hospitality to fulfillment.
But Betsy Stevenson, an economist at the University of Michigan,
Oh,
says it's really hard to
I
compare
feel like
the
some
restaurants
chipped
of
beef.
today with the before times.
You want me
For
to?
takeout, consumers don't get table service, they have to clean up
Eat that
themselves.
shit up.
It's just, we're sort of buying a different product.
She says restaurants are just meeting a different set of customer needs these days.
I mean, it's still
Needs
winter,
that
so anything
apparently
goes good.
include a plate of smoked wings consumed on the couch. I'm Daniel Ackerman for Marketplace.
Oh, you're cold. Oh.
Coming up.
Coming out. Cause all these days I wanna vibe with you. Put my nuts up in you too.
But first, let's do the numbers.
Get up on
Yeah,
me.
you get sick and tired of the law lines?
Tell me if you love me now,
Dow
you're
Jones was
so
up
mean.
5.3%,
Can't believe it's real.
40,313.
But
Nasdaq
these
subtracted
things you feel.
245 points to shy
All
of
my nuts up on you.
17,330. The S&P 500
Give it all to you.
One
Vibe up on you.
I like to go
All the time. Cause I wanna always be by you, baby. No, my vibe.
correction that is
Vibe, 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 vibe.
I said it the other day.
Vibe.
10% from its most recent high. Megan McCarty-Carino was telling us about
Cause all I
Amazon's
wanna
strong
do is
quarter
vibe
one.
with you.
Amazon down
I
2.5%.
wanna vibe, vibe,
We got
vibe,
widely
dee, dee,
divergent
dee.
outlooks on other retail, including nurse legal. Exit's annual revenue will come in below expectations. American Eagle Outfitters sagged 1.4% today. Build-A-Bear Workshop simply blew your ahead. The stuffed toy retailer expects its profits to beat expectations. Build-A-Bear Workshop, a publicly traded company.
2 Chainz can top that.
Down 4.27% listening market.
The numbers are supported by Odoo.com, your entire business on one
So
platform.
funny, man.
Marketplace is supported by Viking, dedicated to bringing travel
I'm not
to
laughing,
our
I'm
beach
crying.
destination with small ship, river, ocean, and expedition voyages, offering cultural enrichment and immersive experiences.
You're a funny
Discover
man.
more at Viking.com.
I'm sorry.
In a world of
Shit's all hell breaking loose.
Pure Storage delivers a
Oh.
consistent
Babe, let's make
service
some more.
platform for all data
Some more
storage
what?
needs across on-premises, cloud, and hosted environments.
I thought you were talking
More
about something else.
purestorage.com.
Cause all I wanna do is why you wanna make more friends?
I've always wanted to do that, you know.
Learn more at bankamerica.com/.
We never even made one in the first place, so we gotta keep trying. Right? Fred wants to be made.
Be fully awake to your day with Wisconsin Today.
Cause all I wanna
Hearing
do.
new voices
And Freddie
new discussions about
is getting a
something
yellow,
never
or I
knew
mean
existed in Wisconsin.
red and
We like to get
green
out. We don't like to
sweater.
warm a couch. We like to be on the go all the time.
But it's those things that we unexpectedly
I don't know
find
why.
along the back roads that we talk about forever, and those make the best memories.
It'll be great.
Wisconsin Today. Weekday mornings at 9.
Whatever you want.
PR News.
It's so weird.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want to do, it's fine with me.
From the Alliance.
He deserves everything.
Dedicated to helping employers self-fund
You know what I mean?
for over 35 years by providing
Everything
data and insights
we can
to
give
make
him.
informed decisions about health plans.
You know.
The-Alliance.
Cause I just wanna be
Wisconsin Public
happy.
Radio brings the state together. With reports from our 8 bureaus around the state, WPR is your connection to the pulse of Wisconsin. We are your
What was I
source for
gonna do?
in-depth news
What do you
from
want me to
And you're
the
gonna bring
US
that frying
and the
pan
world.
out and shit.
Oh yeah.
This is Marketplace. I'm Kai Russo.
Not like
There
I can't
are
do
give or
it.
take
No.
43
I just
million
forgot
people
what I was
in this
doing.
country carrying student
Fuck,
loans.
freaking out.
That's a total of almost $1.2 trillion. Second only
Cause I just wanna be happy.
Obviously, repaying all that debt individually, of course, is a challenge, and the landscape for borrowers is constantly changing. Our example today are income-driven repayment plans. Marketplace's Samantha Fields has
Work.
By the time Shanna Lorenzo finished college and grad school, she was taking out about $100,000 in student loans for both. A decade later, she now owes much more than that. That's because her interest rate is 6.5%, and she's been making
Cause I
payments
just wanna
on income.
vibe.
Time, in my case, it doesn't even cover the interest. And that's how you get that full reading out of full loan balance.
I don't even feel nothing. I'm more fucked up on pumpkin seeds than anything. Indian pumpkin seeds get you
The
fucked
idea
up.
behind income-driven repayment is let's make
There's a little bit of beer in each one.
pay in a way that isn't
It's the positive way.
It's the Indian way.
Because these plans have been around for 30 years, and they're
That's what we
critical
do.
for many borrowers, particularly those who might not be able
You
to
know, fucked
afford
up
their
on nature.
on a standard repayment.
Fucking Indians.
The cost of higher education
The natural way.
is astronomical. So most people rely on
Hurricanes
loans,
and stuff.
understanding that when they graduate, they will be able to make a monthly payment that is reasonable.
Oh, fucked up on Lucky Charms.
Of income-driven
I'm Batman.
repayment.
Another promise: if borrowers still have a balance after
I'm all
30
fucked
or
up on Rice
35 years
Krispies.
of paying, it will
Snap,
be
crackle,
forgiven.
pop.
But
Batman.
people who are trying to get into income-driven repayment plans right now can't. Versus you at the Student Borrower Protection Agency.
Somebody sounds like a guy.
I'm Count Chocula.
In particular,
I'm Batman.
And the Biden administration tried to implement called SAVE,
which was going to be the
I'm
most
Bert and Bernie.
option for
I'm
millions
Sandman.
of borrowers across the country. And
I'm Batman.
a number
I'm Sandman.
of Republican-led
To the dollar bus.
offices.
See a lot of crazy shit
And
happen on the dollar bus.
court
I'm the Sandman.
the SAVE plan.
That was last spring.
Beat up Spider-Man a couple times.
And blocked other
Oh, you can't play that? You get a copy strike.
Oh,
right now. And it
I mean, you
has
can
a lot of
dance.
chaos for a lot of
You can't
borrowers.
play that
This
shit.
is a particularly big deal for borrowers who are not already on an income-driven repayment plan but want to be.
Jane Fox,
Who gives a
Civil
fuck?
Society Union.
Just
What
play
is
it.
likely to happen is that
Now I
millions of Americans will
want
be
to
sent bills
try to
for
be
their student
inside of
loans
you.
that they will not be able to pay. The difference between a monthly payment on a standard repayment plan versus an income-driven one might be hundreds of dollars. And if you don't know what
All
the
I ever
student loan payment is
wanna
going to be
do
next month,
is
so
be
many
inside
economic
of
decisions ripple out from that, right? People can't make decisions about whether they should take a different job, whether they can move, can they pay down
be
their credit
inside
card.
of you.
Borrowers have been panicking
Be inside of you.
and nonprofits like the Institute of Student Loan Advisors. And being partners with an income-driven repayment plan won't disappoint.
I just wanna be
The
inside
Department
of
of
you.
Education is required to offer at least income repayment and another income-driven plan.
Not even care what you're saying. It don't make sense to me. Cause you know I love you too. Baby.
The collections machine for the federal student loan
Got
system
what
is coming
I
back on again.
need.
All the
And
pandemic
you say he's just a friend. And you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby. Love you. Got
She's been working at a
be
nonprofit.
inside of you. Be inside of you tonight. All right. Make everything feel right. Out of sight. Out of sight.
But she doesn't know what's going to happen
Make
now.
everything feel right. Out of sight. I just wanna
Under the last administration, it felt like a moving goalpost all the time. The Biden administration did a lot with loan forgiveness.
Fucking lost it, man. I lost it there for a second or two.
People. The constant change is a lot to keep up with. Borrowers want to know where they
What do you want?
stand,
Some buttered bread?
so they can plan.
I want a
bread.
booty of buns.
Just one bread, babe.
I'm gonna butter your buns, baby.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I'm gonna butter your buns.
Even with the very best play-by-play calls in their ears,
I'm gonna butter
sports fans
your
who are
bread.
visually impaired can't
Come on,
experience
man.
all the excitement of the game in question. Being able to see what's going on, where the ball is,
I'm
what
just
players
gonna
are doing,
let you
is kind
know.
of part of the whole deal.
I
So,
love you.
enter
I'm
now
your fork.
the first
I'm gonna
tactile
let you
sports
know
podcast.
that I'm
Oregon Public
gonna
Broadcasting,
give it
Crystal
to
LaPorte.
you.
That's now.
For 11-year-old Kate Vogel, watching a basketball game
End of
is a
story.
little
And a
bit
plate.
different.
End of story.
I'm blind,
End of story.
but I don't
End
And
of
a piece of bread.
Hey,
And then I'll do it for you.
which is a
All
rare
you
degenerative
wanna
that
do
causes him to be born without eyelids.
Is all the things I'm talking
It
about.
just means I can't see as good.
You know what I mean
So I
to
can see
you.
it just fuzzy.
And everything that you've been through.
As a binocular to see in the distance.
What do you
and
want?
a
Bread,
cane
babe.
to help him navigate
yeah.
when walking. And when he's
Want some
in
butter?
a basketball game,
No.
there's a brand new technology he can use. It's from OnePort, a Seattle tech company.
And then I'm
trying to
making you a
make sports
plate. And then
entertainment more accessible to folks with
No,
visual
this is for
disabilities.
you.
Jared Mace is the founder.
This is all you.
and I'm gonna butter your bread. Right side of bread. No matter what you mean, gonna make you see what's true. Cause you know I'm gonna be there for you.
But instead of visual pixels, they're tactile, and you can feel the motion of the player.
Here, babe, you have to do it.
You know that I'm willing to give it all I got to you.
No matter what you say, no matter what you do, whatever you lasted, whatever you gonna do.
That's Alan Labrum, a low-vision optometrist at Oregon Health and Science University.
I think it's awesome to find ways to improve accessibility to just having fun.
St. Patrick's Day is coming up pretty
For
soon.
all kinds of sports, since the mat can be swapped out for a different game field.
And now you're part
The
Irish.
Trailblazers were the first team in the NBA to make it available for fans. Consumers
on their own yet. But founder Jared Mace says that is the ultimate goal.
I mean, I know that.
We are well aware that accessibility concerns cost as well. So we are doing our best to keep the cost around the range of a cell phone or a gaming console. For now, blind or low vision fans at Blazer's home games can check out a device free of charge.
Just make sure you bring it back here to return and let us know how it works. Enjoy!
You want it?
And that's just what
can handle
11-year-old
it.
Kate Vogel is here to do. Tonight, the Portland Trail Blazers
Your
are up
camera's
against
still
the
on.
Charlotte Hornets. As the game gets underway, Hank tracks the movement of the players and the ball through vibrations on the rubberized court. And when they shoot,
Oh, I think I'm gonna try some of this though.
this is a much different experience than Blazer games Hank has been to before.
It was just boring. I would just sit there, and then I also felt like I was missing out a lot because I'd be like standing up and cheering, and I'd be like, I really wish I knew what was going on.
And now with this new tech, he does. In Portland, Oregon, the billboard is the marketplace.
Oh man, this is really good. Chips.
Marketplace is supported by Condor Airlines, offering nonstop service to Frankfurt, Germany from 12 U.S. gateways, with connections in Frankfurt to many worldwide destinations. More information at condor.com. Condor welcomes you aboard. And by Comball. This is as well as cloud applications and platforms after a cyber attack in just minutes with Comball, so they can become a continuous business.
So good,
You gonna have some more?
This final note on the way out.
You need to have some more.
Courtesy of economist Martha Gimbel
I can't even have
We're doing this again tomorrow.
At the Budget Lab at Yale. They did a little math about the cuts that Elon Musk and his operatives are making to the Internal Revenue Service. If the IRS shrinks by half, the Budget Lab says,
you want me to put some on
government
his
loses $350 billion in revenue over the standard economy. And that is people just doing the standard work of collecting taxes. If those personnel cuts lead to a substantial increase in non-compliance, as economists talk for people not paying what they owe, that lost revenue could go up by $2.4 trillion. Once again, because it's important, when you're talking about the government and savings, often those savings are not.
It's badass.
Elizabeth is the managing editor.
I mean,
and I'm Kyle Risdall. We will see you tomorrow, everybody. This is APN.
Yeah.
It's 6:59. You're listening to Wisconsin Public Radio. Good evening. Wisconsin Today is next at 7 o'clock. And coming up at 8, it's The Middle. This is Wisconsin Public Radio.
Support for WPR comes from Hansen & Associates and Alliant Energy. Join the team of organizations that support a wide variety of informative and inspiring programs for the people of Wisconsin. More WPR.org/sponsor. Do you have questions about something you heard on WPR? Contact our Audience Services Department by emailing listener@WPR.org or by calling 1-800-747-7444.
90.9 WUWS, Ashland. This is WPR News.
Since I'm naked again.
For the bloodworm moon, this month's full moon will appear red during a total lunar eclipse. The group called the Northwoods Explorers of Space and Astronomy gives us a preview on Wisconsin Today. I'm Rob Barrett.
And I'm Kate Archer-Kent. Also today was 75 hours
hours of interviews and footage, a writing professor creates a documentary about the closure of the UW's 2-year campuses and the impact on local communities.
People just say, oh, well, nobody wanted to go to these colleges, or oh, well, enrollment is down, and we got to cut spending because it's wasteful. But I don't know, is it really wasteful? I don't buy it.
And on the shores of Lake Geneva, drop in on the charity event Balloon Adventure. Learn what it takes to blow up 100,000 balloons and what happens afterward.
It's all coming up on Wisconsin Today, starting with the news from NPR.
Live from NPR
Hell's breaking loose.
Washington, I'm Jack Spear. The Trump administration took its fight to limit birthright citizenship to the Supreme Court today. 3 separate courts have so far blocked any implementation of Trump's executive order issued on its first day in office to deny citizenship to children born in the U.S. whose parents are themselves both citizens or legal.
3 federal judges blocked the Trump order in cases brought in Washington State, Maryland, and Massachusetts. And 3 separate appeals courts refused to unblock those court orders. In each case, the court issued a universal injunction, meaning that the Trump plan has been blocked throughout the country. So today, the administration went to the Supreme Court, asking the justices to allow them to at least begin preparing for implementation of the ban on automatic birthright citizenship. Nina Totenberg, NPR News, Washington.
Police in New York have arrested dozens of Jewish activists who filled the lobby
What?
of the tower,
These girls want
protesting
to
the Trump
visit
administration's attempt to deport a Palestinian
Giant
student leader at
girl
Columbia
She's passed, Nicole, passed out, ma'am.
I'm not drunk.
No, she's passed out.
Jewish Voice for Peace
She was just
progressive
online like 10
anti-Zionist
minutes ago. I
Nicole. She said not now. She's too fucked up.
Bring food home and wore
Too fucked up.
not
So what am I
in our
supposed to
name
tell girls?
after they refused to leave
Fucked
the
up
Trump
and
Tower
put
lobby.
my
Police
Yeah.
supposed to under